Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bandit's Den. I want to make a quick rant video, really quick, because I'm tired of seeing this kind of stuff happen. I have a pretty strong opinion about it, and I believe it's an opinion based in reality and fact. Okay? So the definition of a vegan is somebody who reduces, as much as reasonably possible, their use of animal products. And this is a more modern definition from the original definition, which is total elimination of animal products from one's lifestyle, which in this day and age is virtually impossible. I need a phone in order to communicate and get along in modern society. I need, in my area of the United States, a vehicle, not to mention I work in the trades, so I need to be able to transport up to 300 pounds of tools sometimes, in addition to material if I'm doing side work and whatnot. And so I need personal transportation for that. And I'm fully aware that there are animal products in cell phones. There are animal products in the tires of my vehicle, which is why I buy used tires. I buy used tires for my vehicles, and I try to make my cell phone nowadays last as long as possible. This one I've had for almost 2 years, which is a fucking record for me. The longest I've had a phone before that is like 6 months, because I always break them because I'm a clumsy brute. So anyways, I'm fully aware of a lot of these products, including the screen that I'm looking at right now. My computer monitor has a small amount of animal products in it. You know, it's difficult to get along in modern society without a vehicle a lot of the times, and without any electronics. A lot of plastics also have animal products in them. It's pretty difficult to avoid plastics. So really the only way to go by the old definition of vegan is to live in a grass hut in some tropical region and subsist off of bananas and stuff that you grow within a fence that is meant to keep grazers and other animals that would eat your crop out of your little farm. And that option is not really viable for somebody who isn't able to retire right now. Maybe someday I could live in my own little one-man utopia like that. That would be nice. But until that day, I have to function properly in modern society in order to get by in life. So, the new definition of veganism stands, in my opinion, that the definition is to reduce, as much as reasonably possible, one's consumption of animal products. Now, this particular individual that it was the straw that broke the camel's back makes makeup tutorials, claims she's vegan, and continues using non-vegan makeup. Well, first of all, makeup is not a necessity. It can reasonably be eliminated from one's routine. Not only that, but there are vegan alternative makeups. I use vegan alternative cosmetics and personal hygiene products. I use vegan toothpaste, vegan deodorant, vegan soap. Some of those alternatives are actually cheaper than the non-vegan. So I am, as much as reasonably possible, eliminating animal products from my personal use and my consumption. My work boots, I haven't been able to replace recently, or I haven't needed to anyways, and so they are still made of leather from back before I was vegan. But mark my words, when I need new work boots, they are going to be a vegan alternative. Vegan alternative boots cost just about the same as non-vegan work boots. You just have to know what to look for. Of course, my diet entirely has eliminated animal products. My clothes, I do not buy anything that has wool in it or cashmere. I try to avoid anything that uses beeswax as polish on buttons, which is kind of difficult because most manufacturers don't always disclose that. So I try my best to research products before I buy them, make sure they don't contain animal products, and if they do, I look for an alternative. So it is my belief that somebody who claims they're vegan continues to knowingly and willingly use animal products when there are alternatives, and at times when it's not even a necessary product to consume in the first place. I would consider that person to not be a vegan. Certainly, I have no doubt in my mind they eat a vegan diet. One can eat a vegan diet and not be a vegan. You know. So, my point is to watch out for people claiming to be vegans when they aren't, because this can lead to pitfalls of following a person. I know not everybody has a mind of their own, and so this is cautionary for those of you who don't have a mind of your own. Seems like there's a growing number of you out there who don't have a mind of your own. I don't know why that is. So many people look for somebody to declare a leader. There's this content creator I've been watching lately, and he's fantastic at what he does. He has taught me a lot, most definitely, but I do not see him as a leader. He is just a very intelligent person who is good at what he does, and he can teach me some things, and possibly I may become as good at it as he is. However, he is not my leader. But for those of you who don't have a mind of your own, beware of making these people like your leader. This person in question has quite a few people that, to an extent, appear to believe she walks on water. However, this is not the case. And believe me, I don't walk on water either. I'm not 100% perfect. Sometimes I find myself accidentally purchasing animal products. When it's food, I throw it away, because I'm not going to poison my body with that garbage anymore. Products that contain suffering and pain in them. I don't believe it's good for my physiology or my psychology to put that stuff in my body and have my body make it a part of me. You know, it kind of goes hand in hand with a video I put out earlier about women who say they're vegans, yet they continue adopting cats. That is not a vegan thing to do if you plan on feeding the cat animal products, because the cat cannot get a job and go provide itself with animal products that it can eat. No, the person who adopted the cat has to go and buy those animal products and feed them to the cat. That's just how it works. And so buying unnecessary animal products would make you not a vegan. Now, just imagine I want some decoration for my garage. And I decide, since I live in the Southwest, a cow skull would do fantastic. Well, it's a totally unnecessary commodity. But farmers do sell their cow skulls for decoration. It would not be vegan of me to purchase a cow skull from a farmer in order to hang on my wall. Certainly it's not a food product. Certainly that skull would have ended up somewhere anyways. But the fact of the matter is that by giving somebody money for a cow skull from a cow that was killed for profit in order to exploit its body in order to make money, then that would mean I am also supporting the industry because I'm putting money in the pockets of the people who have to do with the suffering and the death of that animal. So in other words, I'm co-signing that industry by purchasing that product. All right, so watch out for these people. They also come up with some pretty hypocritical arguments. This person in question was discussing how veganism is not at all about health, how it is not at all about losing weight or any of that. Veganism is 100% about morals. Well, if it was 100% about morals, then why is she wearing dead animals on her face? Not only that, but she went on to say that veganism is not about aesthetics. However, she uses a product 100% for aesthetics that she freely admits contains animal products by saying her cosmetics are mostly cruelty-free. Well, I can go buy a honey bun from the store and say it's mostly cruelty-free because most of it is not made out of honey. The honey is just for flavoring. And so it's mostly free of genocide because we all know that the honey industry commits genocide on a regular basis. The culling of entire hives is genocide against a species that we don't even fully understand their language. I have a bit of a soft spot for bees, even though they can hurt if they're spooked. It's not their fault. It's in their nature. So I cannot justify purchasing a honey bun, just as someone who points at vegans who talk about veganism being an alternative way to lose weight, quite possibly, I must say, the best way to lose weight, because I had to force feed myself when I first went vegan in order to avoid losing weight, because I couldn't lose any more weight. I would have gotten too skinny, in my opinion. But pointing at vegans and saying they're bad for declaring veganism to be a good way to improve your bodily aesthetics and then turning around and gobbing dead animals on your face for aesthetics alone is rather hypocritical in my opinion. As a matter of fact, I would say the worst person of the two is the person globbing dead animal pieces on their face for aesthetics. I don't hold it against vegans at all when they suggest people look toward veganism for an alternative way to lose weight. It's the single most proven way to lose weight and get healthy without calorie restriction. Because a whole food vegan diet, it's pretty hard to overeat. You would have to put yourself through a lot of pain in order to overeat, in my opinion. Of course, now, I don't eat a whole food vegan diet for the most part. Which is why I'm, about 5 pounds overweight according to the BMI. 5 to 10 pounds depending on what BMI scale you're looking at. There's a bunch of different ones. So, just a side note for whoever the hell it was that was telling me I'm looking rather emaciated compared to how I looked over a year ago before I went vegan. As a matter of fact, dude, I weigh about 5 pounds more on an average day than I did back then. So I don't know what you're looking at, but you might check and make sure you're watching the same videos, the same channel, each time you compare. So anyways, that concludes today's rant. I wanted to make it short and mostly on one topic so that it could be more coherent and hopefully be more appealing to more people. So I bid you guys good night. I hope you all have a good one. For those of you who haven't gone vegan, I recommend it 100%. Just beware when the mammalian estrogens are out of your system. It can be a little bit difficult to control your energy and your aggression levels because your testosterone levels go through the roof. At least that was my experience. I had to learn, and I'm still learning a little bit, how to control myself a little better. So you all have a good night, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.